Um, well, hello. Uh, so I am currently in a position in which I can, with a couple good performances, or sort of one decent and one good performance, even possibly, um, remain in B. But it's going to take at least something like that. Um, so uh, maybe I'll make it more of a habit of having the Dominion League table handy at some of the start of these videos. But uh, I'm not. I'm not doing that right now. Um, I don't think we're really waiting on anything to get started. But I'm sure Jnails is just setting up stream and all that stuff. Would be my guess. We just scheduled this match a little over half an hour ago. Um, but I'm kind of looking forward to playing this morning match. It's 8:45 in the morning local time for me. But I've been playing sort of more afternoon matches, and it'll be interesting to see if there's a contrast. I've had some good performances in the afternoon as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and click not ready out of solidarity. Um, but I expect to be able to um, play reasonably well. Um, not having like worked out or something just before playing, which is pretty common for me to do if I have an afternoon match. Um, I'm going to be trying out a little bit more of a structured approach to doing my kingdom reads. Hopefully, it should be pretty quick, um, but also help me sort of catch stuff. Um, I'm not going to walk through too much how I'm doing it because I'm just going to be sort of trying something out that I thought about and seeing how it goes. Um, and we'll see how closely I stick to it. But really, I just am going to try to get some information for myself about how this goes, rather than unveil some sort of approach that uh, is ready for peer review or something like that. Although, of course, as always, if you wanna give me any peer review, I'm always welcome to that. Um, I did take a look in the last video about the um, Divine Wind resign. I'm still pretty confident that that resign was reasonable. I think there's maybe some line there, and I'll maybe comment on this there. But there's maybe some line with like absolutely perfect gesture hits. Um, sure, I'll be a good sport. I don't. I mean, either way is fine sporting, but uh, spec chat. Cool. Um. All right, I get to go second first on a shaman board. All right, so uh, thinning here obviously is going to be important with shaman. The payload is quite dense with wealthy village sack of loot. The ramp to that is just probably buying sack of loot, maybe charm. But you're going to be focusing on thinning. So it's really going to be like silver charm. Maybe you find a way to spike six. Um, Draw here. I mean, Rice Broker seems excellent. Pilgrim seems useful, certainly at some point. And then Village, you've got loads and loads and loads of it. Um, So I think the open here is well, you've also got enlightenment going on, which may or may not kick in. Um, I guess it'll kick in if you want it to. You almost certainly do need to open just shaman. Um, I think I can just go ahead and do that. Because even if you open like rustic village, you're going to need to compete on the initial trashing a little bit. And the enlightenment's going to help them just as much, if not way more, if they're trashing estates out. Now I guess the question is, do you open with the rustic village to go with it? You could maybe take a silver and try to grab rice broker. Rice broker on fortress is, oh wow, that's not good. um, rice broker on fortress is loads of draw. Um, so that interaction is it needs to be attacked. But gosh, um, if I open with the rustic village, there's no way I hit five, and I just feel like I must need to hit five. Um, I mean, Shaman Silver's not excellent at hitting five either. There is definitely an argument for I need the silver, anyways. Gosh, I don't. Let's go with the rustic village. I think there's no way. Um, there's no way that I'm gonna compete on just straight mirror here, and I wanted to give myself a better chance of at least finding this shaman, I guess, is the argument. No, that was dumb. Okay. I guess I just need to take another silver here. Wow, five again. This is this is bleak. Bleak, bleak, bleak already. I mean, that five again is rather predictable. Like the deck over there is just so much better. The open rice broker here is, and I see it on turn four. Yeah, and see your shaman turn three as well. I mean, none of that's unlikely. It's all very good. I guess you're probably setting up now to start on wealthies. And you're just going to be like, and I'm going to be absolutely nowhere. Do I just hit five here? Maybe. I don't know. It's already just lost. I'm going to maybe just try and like get Rice Broker. Do I get like fortresses? Yeah, I mean, this is the build to do. Guess I'm just gonna take another rice broker. Like I do need to hit. Well, I need to hit so many things. I guess the path for me will be like get a charm. Um, um, this is not a great way to do this. I may just put a shaman in the trash at this point. That might be fine. I mean, like, I have to get a sack. Um, I mean, I'm toast here, but if there's anything to do, it's yeah. Um, am I missing why the rice broker drew 7? Oh, because it's an action and a treasure. Right. That's an enlightenment thing. Well, at least I got a lot of copper to do that with. Um, I also have these estates. I suppose I'll take copper. It's probably better than shaman. Um, I was not thinking critically here. I probably should have stopped playing copper when I drew the rice broker. Um, and at this point, I should just do that. Still, probably, maybe not. Spell scroll seems fine. I mean, I guess maybe I'm like a little bit in this because I have two rice brokers and they draw like a billion cards, and you're never gonna dud here. And now I have 3 sacks. Well, assuming right that I use my whatever it's called, my 6 gainer thing on it. The issue I have is that like that's already what the deck over there looks like. I'm gonna draw everything with 2 rice broker plays here though. All right, so that deck's hitting 20 plus 6, so it has 26. Um, plus, whatever it gains out of shaman, -1, I guess, out of rice broker. So it is like 26 or so. The balloons is actually like really good here. Okay, so it's still it's still like 26 or so after that. Okay, now it's like 20, let's say 28. So I need to play around like triple. Um, that seems possible. Let's just take copper. Certainly end actions, right? Do I just take a sack? Or do I want to play my silvers and my other stuff and take like a wealthy? Probably just taking a sack is better. It can be. Yeah. Could see the argument for a charm, maybe. If I want to, like, build a little bit more. So I'm going to be hitting 10, 16. It's not very good. I mean, it's taken me a long time to get going here. So I guess I'd probably just hit 16, like double, take the loot, and just try and do it this way. There's no reason not to buy coppers. It's possible I have to play, of course, like way too many treasures before I find my rice broker, and that I don't line my rice broker up with copper. But I think there's really no option for me to play any less aggressively than this. Is this like a. What is this? Okay. um, I know some people who on ladder, you're losing the game after you do that. I mean, they don't. That'll get you ban listed against me. I mean, I'll try not to mince words with you at all, but I'll also try not to play you again. But no, anyways, I think it's always interesting when you're trying to figure something out about what a player's doing and looking for angles as to what you're missing, thinking at some point surely, and then they do as well. It's funny. Jnails thought so. I thought so as well. Um, this is a little bit of a weird spot over there because you don't know that I am not going to be able to take like a bunch of points. So you've got 33-ish right now. For next turn. I mean, drawing stuff does start to become a bit of an issue. Although you have, what, puzzle boxed away. Maybe something not all that useful? I think I sort of see all the useful stuff. I mean, even if it's just like a copper, that still helps with dud prevention. Guess maybe you're thinking over there, can I buy like one province? And the answer is probably exactly that. I mean, it just is. There's no way that I can like gain and play. There are ways one could gain and play on this board, but not terribly within their control. They can set their deck up to be able to do it, but you need a staff. I'll just take copper, right? Well, that's pretty early, Rice Broker. This is about as good as this can go. Oh, I wanna. Same thing. All right. Well, is this anything other than max points? I don't know if it really. I mean, maybe it's silver. Um, I have to play for some sort of dud. That's just not gonna be a thing. I mean, the estate's like actually really bad in this deck. Let's just take silver. I don't want to top deck any of these for sure. None of those really matter. Um, this has got to be just max. I mean, it can't be like completely max points. It has to be like halfway dud, which I mean, guess means like you don't hit 24 somehow. Um, if I just take like four duchies, where does that leave us? If I take like three duchies and a pilgrim, um, let's take the rice broker on top for sure. And then do we just take duchy here? Or do we take a province? If I get tripled on, I think there's no way back, even if I get all the duchies in that case. So I just need to take a province. Sure, looks like the start of a turn that's going to hit 24 plus. Let's try to think, maybe try to really verify that assumption I just made. I mean, there's only 9 more duchy points available. If I don't take province there, if I just take like duchy estate, and then instead of it being tied right now, I'd be down 2. I'd be down like 20, maybe, yeah, like 20 if Jnails tripled. And then there'd be one province left plus 2 duchies at that point. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be 12, and then I have to take the entire state pile just to tie. Yeah, so I think there was really nothing I could have done here. Um, I think I did all right just to make it so that I did force there to be not a dud over there. Not that that was really ever possible on this board because Enlightenment was here. Um, I'm starting to have pretty harsh opinions of the horizontal stuff in Rising Sun, but I'll play the mixed tournament and hold my judgment until after that, I suppose. Um, all right. Riverboat has Sanctuary on it. Um, Loot is here with Invasion. Uh, the other payload options are not really that good. It's like enlarged stuff. Um, I mean, Invasion looks pretty solid here, really. Um, Enlarge looks not that great. Your draw is a little bit aristocrat and nobles. You've got plenty of village. You're just trying to get up to invasions. Um, maybe a little bit of duplicate stuff for some like extra nobles, but mostly you're gonna try to get up for invasions. I think thinning a little bit, like opening like Plaza Riverboat seems pretty good to me. Um, that should cycle pretty quick and let you hit some numbers, get a couple riverboats, get some village and coffers in the deck while we're at it. Opens double riverboat. It's interesting. I'm going to take two riverboats into my next shuffle. I mean, you have toil to resolve the conflict. Do I just keep taking these riverboats? Suppose maybe I do. Um, Maybe one more is fine, the way these shuffles are lining up. And this will surely be a silver. Um, let's see. Do I actually want to exile that copper? Um, I probably do. It's better to exile the copper than it is to have a coffers. So let's keep that. I guess nobles is fine with the idea that I'm gonna hit 4 here. I don't know if that's true. Maybe I can buy just aristocrat. We'll be fine. Also have somewhat of an option of maybe farmhandsing the nobles. Maybe a silver is okay. Right, I do kind of want to keep in mind I'm building to 10. I mean, duplicate seems like it's starting to be perhaps important as well. That's going to be decent bang for the buck. Um, do I really want anything? I've got 2 actions coming into the start here. Let's pass here rather than go up for an aristocrat or a silver. All right, well, let's maybe just buy a duplicate, honestly, with the idea being that, yeah, maybe I'll duplicate gold coming up here. I can be thin with a deck with a couple of golds in it and then start adding in invasions. That seems nice. And with a duplicate as well. So I have think I want to not exile at least one here. So I want to save coffers. Okay, I am going to do that one. Okay. And this is just gold. It's got to be gold, right? I don't have enough of the other stuff to mess around with the other stuff. Really, really, really hope I see enough to hit 10 here. So that's, yep, there's the exactly 10. Staff seems not especially amazing. I really need to hit 10. So this is 8. There's no way I exile here. Okay. I suppose I'm just putting nobles on top. It's probably still better than Plaza, even though Plaza's all right. Maybe I'll take another duplicate. I would have liked for my actions to just line up better. I might take an aristocrat here, maybe a Plaza. I'm just going to take a Plaza. No, this is not a super turn over there, even with those cards played. That's the advantage I guess I'm seeing of having been able to commit to getting a little bit thinner, although I am not quite thin by any means. Here, okay, well this is surely something like this. Yeah, I have no draw next turn, so maybe that's not what I want to do. Can draw for it, try to get like farm hands. If I invasion, gain a farm hands onto my deck, and that leaves me very few outs. The issue is farm handsing stuff doesn't actually really help me that much. If I toil the duplicate and just buy nobles, that doesn't help me that much. If I play invasion, and toil the duplicate then after, that also doesn't really help me that much. Um, hmm. Are there like precession and large lines I should be looking at here? Probably not yet. I think I'm just going to take these nobles. I mean, that's the main draw here. Yeah, we're just going to do it that way. That seems like that had to be my play, really. Couldn't afford to take more loot there. Now I've got something of a chance, maybe, of having a turn. And I could have had Plaza Nobles on top, I suppose. But then I'm also leaving another Nobles, and leaving that split to go 5-3 seems like uninteresting to me. So now I'm going to begin getting very interested in large. And more villages. Maybe a pair of aristocrats. Mostly I'm interested in having a turn. First things first. I don't think there's any way I exile silver. I think I do exile copper. Alright, duplicates the duchy. I suppose duchies and riverboats are quite low. Now they really are. I suppose I can discard this silver because I'm gonna draw or lose anyways. Okay, well, surely I stop here. I guess that discarding that silver was just wrong. Um, uh, now invasion is like maybe completely crazy. And this just needs to be like province farmhands or like province and large. Maybe it's just like farmhands and large, and I say like you can't empty all by yourself. And farmhands and large at least gives me like quite a few more outs. Um, and I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Because I'm going to take two of these. I'm going to take the procession. Okay. So I can't gain and play a duplicate. Not directly, at least. Can do it with enlarge. That doesn't really help me get any more gains. Probably processioning like villages to enlarges. I mean, that's certainly what I'm doing. Or maybe I'm processioning the duplicate. That works, right? It doesn't let you get two duplicates, but it does let you just like gain an extra 5. I probably don't have the actions for that. Well, that seems good. Um, Probably yes, exiling copper. I guess processioning this plaza to make sure I have a turn. Well, as sure as one can be. Um, let's just do that, surely. So I didn't open double riverboat here. I was a little bit later to duplicate. I didn't pursue aristocrat. I think all of those seem pretty defensible, except maybe um, it's going for a win here. Uh, Except for maybe I should have opened double riverboat. I can see that being pretty convincingly correct. The other stuff was all sort of more a matter of timing. I did end up with more riverboats. Maybe I should have taken a silver over a riverboat on one of those shuffles. This certainly looks like certainly looks like a loss to me. Yeah, and then some. Yeah, I don't know. I lost by a lot there. Um, and that sort of snowballed from a weird spot where it was pretty even. Um, but piles out in a place where maybe I should have bought invasion. But I think I still would have just been in bad shape. All right. This one. Huh. I mean, you've got. Like, there's not really any plus buy except for Druid. There's plenty. So I guess you're trying to get up to like this Destroyer thing, but it's kind of really hard to get there because the Old Witch is going to be worth playing. The Village is staying for the type of deck that you're going to have. Um, so so we're going to be going towards just Old Witch stuff at the start. Um, is it worth opening like Druid? Is it worth opening Expedition here just to hit 5 and get the Old Witch? Jnails is a 2/5. That would be a little bit annoying. I'm just gonna say. Uh, I think this needs to be Expedition, really. Yeah, that's what I would call annoying. um, yeah. All right. Well, the difference is just a settlers. Is this just another expedition? Is it a harbinger? Maybe. Is it a silver? I'm gonna have 2 cards of overdraw, assuming I have the old witch in hand. Um, and I'm gonna have 4 coins already. Um, so I need. I should be getting 2, and I'm gonna be getting 1. I only need 1. Um, and it's gonna be 1 out of 2 chances if I take like a harbinger. Um, all right, a little bit weird, but I'm gonna take the harbinger. Okay. Um, well, there's the argument for expedition. What do I take with this for? I guess I take a necromancer. Throne seems crazy for my deck. I don't want to top deck the necro, I don't think. Unless I want to use it as a spy, maybe. Rather than Dreams of Apprentice. By apprentice, I mean Mason. Um, I guess it's worth using it as a spy just to try and get through a little bit more. Something to keep in mind is that I kind of maybe want to not do that as I get more curses, especially to try and top deck curses, because that's going to be the main way to get them out of the deck. Unfortunately, I mean this is just a mess forever. And being the player that didn't get to open Old Witch, well, I mean, let's not overstate that, but certainly at least being the player who bottom decks their Old Witch and plays the first one on turn 5, part B here. Not so good. Harbinger reliably showing up in time to do nearly nothing. Do I take a mint? That's surely insane. I have no economy if I do that. Which really describes the lost nature of my position. Um, do I take a throne room? Try and connect it with Old Witch and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna not top deck. Well, I wouldn't be thrilled if the Harbinger was a silver either. Um, maybe it should have just been a Settlers, although that'd also be doing nothing. I don't think I can afford a Druid. really, although maybe my deck's like bad enough that that actually is fine. Take the settlers. Gives me another throne target. Well, that's the ideal throne target. All right, so it's four of those. I'm gonna make a noise. I guess maybe I can actually well, Discord won't have changed, but hopefully I didn't just mess up the audio on stream. All right, here's the that. Which I guess I just discard. Um, what do I do? Do I expedition maybe? Try to get some like more curses in hand. Um, another throne seems like kind of not gonna happen. Let's just do this. Let's do bottom deck that. Okay. I don't even know if that expedition was the right timing. It wasn't. I've sort of phased out of this one, which is maybe I shouldn't be doing. Should this be an expedition? Guessing the answer to that is yes. I mean, so this was always possible to happen. Um, but of course, like the deck, like there's just more over there. Even though this is something I'm doing to have a little bit of fun um, from this just lost cause of a position, I think. Maybe that's not quite true. I mean, you have a bunch of extra throne rooms that I do not have, and a druid. But hey, I've got a harbinger, so well, this is a fairly fortunate starting hand. It certainly is safe to say. Be nice if I got to pass out two curses. Well, well, is it worth playing on? Probably not. Is that really six cards? Boom, look at that. Vended copper. So good. Um, doesn't really matter, does it? Guess I can wait for turn kickoff, which I actually kind of want. Yeah, I mean that's gonna work. Okay, let's respect everyone's time. um, okay, so you can open Sinister here. Um, You can, so you've got Ox. There's lots of draw, and actions are a little bit limited on in. Um, you don't have any buys. Um, so, um, that makes me think that it's perhaps plausible that you want to open something other than Plot Temple, but I think that's got to be incorrect. You think you've got to open just Plot Temple. You probably thin down to like a couple of Fool's Golds, maybe, or maybe just some silvers. Um, Try and get some cards, and then you probably get a Jester at some point to try and ramp payload. Or reliability really more than anything. Um, Maybe I am gonna play with a couple Fool's Golds. Even if I don't necessarily open that way. All right, now I'll take my Baker. Take my second Fool's Gold. Pretty sure I don't want to trigger this shuffle. Um, I should take more Fool's Golds. Pretty sure this is just add token. Take an N. All right, so I'll need a Haunted Woods. I think I want a pair of those. Interesting, just taking a lot of Temple. Well, that's annoying. Oh, that's extremely annoying. Wow. Um, I've got to play with these Haunted Woods. I think I'll draw here with this plot because I would really like to like buy a province, I think. Or at least well, that's the one thing I did not want. Let's just take this temple. Um, Is this just going to be a province over there? No, it's Jester. Okay. I think I probably try to get by without the Jester. Although maybe that's crazy. Um, the one thing Jester allows you to do is take temple points at some point. Which seems fairly nice to do, and it especially lets me do it. It's probably a pretty ideal gesture hit for me. And I would really like to get temple plays in and hit temple. That would be nice. Makes sense to try and get the temples out of the deck over there. I don't think it makes sense to buy temple here. Scholar. Scholar. Uh, I don't know about scholar. Um, I think I need to do it this way. Well, it does let you do this. That's a good card for you. It's not great. It's good. Um, I think I got to draw here. This is falling apart. Um, but I don't know if too much can be done about it. Um, Well, Temple's not going to get hit, but I also think I probably just want um, the coffers more than anything. All of a sudden, this is looking fairly bleak. Maybe the Jester was just too ambitious, and that should have been. Do I draw here? I think I do draw here. That should have been like another Baker. Um, oh, I was not even thinking of game. That was not a good Dominion play. I should have oxed the Baker and then played Haunted Woods and Jester. Is what I should have done. But this has just got to be this now. This is just Duchy, right? Or it's Temple, right? Um, well, if I take, I'm I'm done for here, aren't I? So don't. Maybe I should be playing Jester. Um, okay. I mean, this has just got to be Province, right? Like, even though there's an exactly 0% chance. If I take Duchy, I guess I can maybe, I don't know, make the game last a turn longer. I think that was all pretty bad by my part. I could have done much better there by not playing the Baker. I think sometimes maybe I do a little too much in-game analysis of like what's already happened instead of just trying to keep like the next decision in front of me. Especially when I'm like on a losing streak where I'm getting a little bit insecure about my decision making. I mean, there's just nothing really to do from here. I don't think for me. Just play this Haunted Woods, pass. Lose immediately next turn. Depends. Does Jnails have an alt logged in to look at my hand? Clear yes is the answer to that. Let's let this one play out. No white flag. No white flag on this one. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I messed that one up a little bit, but also, um, I had some things go against me. Certainly. A little bit Temple stuff in the middle of the game. Um, and yeah, the Jester seemed like a clear, like that Jester didn't actually end up doing anything except get in the way, really. I wasn't as clean as I imagined myself to be. All right, well, in the name of moving on and trying to maybe pull a 2-4 here out. Um, so, yeah, I mean, Black Market looks like where a lot of the payload's going to come from. I can see maybe some arguments for not opening settlers, but this is not a very good 2-5. Draw map maker silk merchant. You open double black market. What is that? Is that actually like? Is there any way that's right? Do I mean, I'm thinking of opening with the single black market certainly, because the other options are like kiln. I mean, silk merchant with nothing really with it. Crown is obviously like bad now. Um, yeah, I guess I certainly like double black market over black market settlers. I'll tell you that much. This settlers is not going to draw for me. No way. Oh, look at that. Oh man, if there's a 5 over there. Okay. All right. Well, hey Ivy. I think the door's locked, so you're good. Um, is Acolyte better than the other fours? Maybe not. Probably not. Be my guess. Boy, those 5s are. Either of those would be amazing. Especially Quartermaster here. Being able to put away gardens eventually and gain like silk merchants and stuff. Oh man. I really hope there was like black market collision over there. And I also hope that Jnails opened double black market to try and have some compassion for me having to open settlers. All right, well, surely this is Silk Merchant. Stonemason sure looks pretty good. Stonemason for a couple Silk Merchants here. That sure looks good to me. Uh, or go up for 5s even. Go up for a couple crowns. Okay. Um, I'm not gonna spend a coffer for an archive, am I really? I mean, there's maybe. I mean, there's not any other thinning here. I mean, I don't love that, but seems like a reasonably good card for my deck. Um, Settler's worse than nothing, maybe. Um, this is probably just a crown for me. Take the amulet for sure. This Settlers is about to put in some serious work here. Look, it's gonna draw 2 silvers. It's gonna give me a bunch of actions. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, it sure would have been nice to see more stuff, but um, another copy of Silt, another Settlers, just another Crown, maybe. Just take another Crown. Um, I suppose we'll do black market first. See what we get. Bounty hunter seems kind of worth it to me. I suppose this was fairly foreseeable that this um, it would have been nice to have this villager. Um, but I'm not so sure there's a ton else I could have done. I don't think I can really support another black market at all. Settlers probably better than nothing still. Siren is very good. Did have to sacrifice the temple, right, to get it, but Siren Siren sure is better than Temple. Um Cap City very good. This has gotta be just hit 5 here. Charm seems distinctly useful. Um I'm gonna take Charm. Let's figure out. We're gonna end up sort of figuring out the rest later with that. I think I play one of these settlers straight up, and then I play an archive. Or do I just play an archive first? I'd probably just play archive first. I doubt this deck can really support Trove. It's gotta be this. Alright, 4 is not the most inspiring thing. Um, but we'll just take a Silt and hope we line stuff up nicely like this. Specialist is really good. Being under skirmisher attack is also really annoying. Not getting hit this turn is nice. Taking all those curses is fairly unbearable. This has got to be Amulet Take, right? I'm going to have the actions to play it, I think. Maybe I want to play Silk Merchant first. And then, like, Crown the Bounty Hunter. Yeah. That's a decent turn. It's not going to be followed up by anything particularly impressive. Um, And over there is going to be very good. Look at that. You're crowning a specialist, getting a skirmisher for like free. Uh, sorry. Um, Blacksmith looks excellent. Those are good. I guess I actually did the wrong thing. Um, obviously that. I could have had another coffer. Forgot that I was going to be putting the curse into hand. I mean, I've got some nice stuff from the black market, but I still feel just like lost. Because there's so much like turn reliability stuff over there. I have like a few nice payload things. You're like playing sirens into city quarters, and I'm, I'm not doing that. I'm like playing crown on settlers on my good turns. At some point, Tiara and like top decking map makers can be quite a lot of draw. We're gonna come back around to that quartermaster, and you're gonna want it, even though it's gonna be turn a lot and not that important. All right, let's hope for the best and receive this. Sweet. Boy, that stinks. This is just a pass on the turn. Um, this this appears pretty resignable to me. Um, just saw my recruiter go by. It's gonna be multiple turns. Maybe I'll play out like one more turn where I don't know, like yeah, no, let's. This is enough. Hey, like it's not, it's not gonna, yeah. All right, let's try and win my last start here. Um, which maybe give me some chance if I like 6-0 the last one. Um, all right. Well, we have journey stuff. Um, Mountain folk on Bobble, friendly Bobble. Okay. Um, draw here lackeys, nobles. Actions are coming from lackeys. Sacrifice procession. But the procession stuff is kind of tricky. because you're having to include lookout on that procession chain. But other than that, the procession chain is actually quite excellent. So you're probably going to have to get involved with that line of life. I imagine that the open is just journey lookout. You're going to have to get thin a little bit, get some lackeys, some baubles and stuff, and just trying to get, I suppose, play some nobles, buy some provinces. Um, Probably not even really that interested in the nobles. Merchantship probably worth. There's really no payload here. Um, so a few baubles seem good enough. You'll probably pick those up at some point as you're plus by. Um, do I want? I think I just want a bauble, honestly. Um, well, that's not how you want to start. Um, just take a lackeys. Then I'm going to top deck a border guard. I'm glad that that early procession didn't work. I'm just going to say. Um, this is probably favor by. Maybe take like lackeys and a bauble. I guess I need to sacrifice because that's the only way these estates are going to go. Maybe that should have been a journey. Maybe. You love to see that with the procession. Some more lackeys. We're just going to plan to get a procession and power through. Could be more border guard, but I kind of clicked on lackeys. There's going to be some chewing happening. I don't know if anyone's listening. Presumably someone will be listening at some point. Perhaps. Maybe not at this point. All right, do I keep playing here? Um, I have my coppers in my lookout. I think I do. Yeah. right. Favor coin, favor buy. Then we're just taking like. I guess we can maybe ship the sacrifice still. Take like procession lackeys. Um, Maybe procession border guard. Oh wait, I can't do all the things I said. Um, Maybe let's not play this second bobble. I want to redo this stuff too. So this can just be like favor top deck. By procession, get a third bobble here. Okay. Understood that that's weird. I kind of like it though. Guess I can see merchant ship over for him. I don't know that that's for sure, right? Um, right, do I procession this lackeys or do I procession the border guard? I think I procession the border guard. Um, I'd actually really like to like procession a lookout. Um, there's quite an argument for not processioning the border guard as well, though, and saving that for. I mean, it's really quite good. Um, it's a good question of do I want changeling? I think I probably do at this point. Okay. I could take like two lackeys and stuff. I really do want to favor. So maybe I take like coin favor, coin buy, and take like lackeys. Um, and like another procession. Seems pretty good. That's not an outstanding turn, but with Journey, it's just fine. I don't know if we have anyone here like me who has really tried to like Triscuits, but not really been able to do it. Well, I have news for you. If so, and if you haven't perused the aisle of your local, well, at least Midwest United States grocer, although I imagine there's more reach than this to the Triscuit empire. But anyways, Triscuit Thin Crisps are an excellent snack. That's today's life tip. They're not very good, presumably, for when one is recording a video. But if you're here, I'm not to be blamed. All right, so that was just buying a gold after all that. Having 3 baubles. Okay. Do I procession the Lookout? I'm going to say yeah. Probably keep lackeys on top here. That's Changeling Bauble. So I think we start with Border Village, take the Changeling, play this. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Then we do what? Buy coin, buy coin. Maybe I just take like 4 lackeys here. This is a really nice starting hand. It is a pretty significant disadvantage that I don't have a gold, because there is just no payload here. Not having a merchant ship is quite less clearly a disadvantage. Piles are not really a threat, although at some point they could be. Changeling Pile can sort of be pretty runnable with these processions. It's not very easy to do that. We might be close by the time my turn's done, though. There's just so many more outs over there than I have. To build. I mean, obviously the massive advantage I have is the 9 villagers. But now you can like procession and take changelings and nobles and stuff. Maybe I take a merchant ship. I do really need payload. Okay. I have lots of issues. It's not clear how I'm going to resolve any of them. Do I need to just buy a gold here? It's not really that good for me. The nobles isn't really either. And I'm down a procession. Maybe I just buy, maybe I just take like a couple processions. It's probably not any good. I could take like a procession, like a nobles. And no, I mean, there's nothing. I have no outs. I can take a gold and a border guard. Um, and then take another procession. It's not clear to me if I want to get into nobles at all. I probably don't. Super clean over there. Except for 5 baubles. But 5 baubles. It takes a few estates. Wonder if there's like a baubles estates line for me. Um, like with journey turn. I think I want a procession again if I can. Although maybe that won't be in play. Um, Certainly felt like I needed to go for something like that if that's going to be the case. Maybe I just take Bobble here. Um, Surely I'm taking lots of changelings. Okay. I think I do thin a copper here. Um, okay, so I have to play one of these baubles, certainly. Then if I take like Journey, buy a bauble, or Journey buy an estate. Oh no, wait, I want to do, because I'm going to be able to changeling into 2 of the baubles. Um, I'm not going to be able to get there at all, right? Um, I'm gonna need, um, I'm gonna need this gold. Um, so if I play 1 bauble, I mean, I don't think there's an actual way for this pile out to be there. It would have required me like lining up my processions actually. Um, right, there's not any way to make this work. I'm short on buys. I can get to, if I do play the three coppers here, then it's like journey, estate, estate. If I buy journey and three estates, I mean it's just not there. Um, this is extremely likely to be there on pretty easy basis, I would think. You've got Journey to help you out, and you've got a lot of ways to get to where you're going. You don't have any villagers, so so it may not be an easy win, at least. Not a sweat-free win if you don't have nice things in hand at the start, especially. Okay. Well, I might be able to win on changelings, baubles, and a province. In fact, that actually seems like pretty doable. Especially with that start. Um, I guess I take procession and hope really, really a lot that I find something like that. We're certainly going for this type thing. All right, well, I'm gonna have to do a journey thing. uh, guess I can sort of stock up on merchant ships. Um, I think I don't want to changeling that. Um, Um, so we play. I think we play both coppers. Um, Probably leave the changeling for next turn rather than the bauble. Is that true? I could take like, uh, no, I need to take like duchy. Yeah, I need to take journey plus maybe border guard. It's like buy coin, coin top deck, and then just take like border guard journey. And then this becomes another changeling. Sack the border guard? Probably not. Although I kind of need to do that. Like, there's not actually any other out. Well, that's not it. That's not remotely close to it. Um, there's nothing. This is. I'm toast. Um, Take like a state border guard. Let's take merchant ship and just take more merchant ship, I guess. That felt right to go for it. Like, I could have had this. Like, look at this hand. Yeah, all right. uh, I will, I'll see. I don't know that there's a. I mean, I played a little sloppy, but I don't know. I don't really know. Don't really know. All right, see y'all.